told you Bitcoin was back. Now, you're not going to believe where it's going from here. Good morning, good evening, good afternoon, wherever you are. Thank you for watching this video. My name is DaVinci Jeremy. I'm in the pipe 5x5. Hope you're doing well in this world that we're in. And I know that not a lot of you guys are watching Bitcoin and watching the price. A lot of you are just gone. Fair weather friends. That's okay. The real players, the real heart of the people who understand that Bitcoin will be the money are watching right now. Thank you guys for watching. Thank you for hitting a like, hitting the subscribe button. Really appreciate you guys. Because, even in the last bear market, I saw like massive people just drop off and nobody was interested in Bitcoin. Everybody was gone. And yeah, and then you come back. So you'll be back. And those people who do come back, right, they'll be gone again, probably, right? But there'll be a few more of you who understand and stick around and understand that, hey, this is the long term. This is the long game. Yes, Bitcoin is the long game. And I know there are some of you out there that say, I can't afford Bitcoin. It's too expensive. Well, this is why I created tSATs. Now, I created it, right? And somebody sent me an email today saying that, I did the rug check and I think it's going to be a scam, that somebody's going to dump on everybody, blah, 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 blah. Yeah, because the rug check is not able to detect that I have a smart contract that holds all the coins and swaps between Bitcoin and the tSATs itself. So if you want to get out, you'll always be able to get out and get the Bitcoin valuation out every single time. There is no custodial that would hold the Bitcoins for you. No. There's no such thing. This is going to work even when I'm dead. It is decentralized. You can always get your Bitcoin, and even if the website goes down, it's still, you could just download the web application, which is on public on GitHub, and then actually just run in the website, and then you can actually get your Bitcoin. Very simple. And someone else will definitely do that for you. So it is not a centralized system, tSATs, at all, period. With that said, right, let's go on to talk about Bitcoin and where it's going. But before we do, I want you guys to do me a favor. Hit the like, right? And then scroll down and you can expand and see where the news links are and check out those news links that I'm going to be showing you guys today. Also, if you want to join the school, right, and watch this live and ask me questions, because there's people here already asking me questions, and you want to be a part of that, you can by joining the school. Okay. Fear and Greed, 18. It's been a long road down with the Fear and Greed. We are most likely going to see a continuation of the pump because of how extreme the Fear and Greed is, right? It has gone to lows, and it hasn't passed it. It says that yesterday was a 22. That's the first time if it did. Damn, that's the first in over a month since it passed over the 20 mark. So we have a little bit of ways to go. We could end up seeing this going a lot higher. You can see, look at this. I don't think we've seen a cluster low as this, below the 20 for a long time. Let's see here. This was right here. This was below the 20 since, let's see here, May 3rd-ish, I guess. And then July, 3 months. Yeah, so 3 months. We went 3 months last time under the 20 mark. Brutal. But take a look. We've gone like a month under the 10 mark, pretty much. That is unprecedented, if you ask me. Right, this amount of dots that are in the under 10, unprecedented. So it's an interesting time for Bitcoin. I think Bitcoin is at a significant high compared to where it was in any of these other stages in the lows. And yeah, people are running from it because there's more people able to buy Bitcoin because they believe in the current financial system. They think that our financial system is going to protect them, going to actually allow them to save their wealth. But throughout history, if you look at even the United States history, people were afraid of the banks and knew the banks were scammers. And yet today we trust them no problem with our stocks, our bonds, and our cash. We're all going to learn the hard way, every single one of us, that was a bad idea. And when people do learn that, it's going to be a painful lesson. And they will try, of course, to get us back in, like just like they did in the past, right? Where they had they decided to create insurance, right? The CFDI, the banking insurance. I forget, it was CFDIC or something like that. But yeah, that insurance is fake, right? Obviously, and we'll see. We will see. We will learn the hard way. Let's take a look at the inflows. You can see there's a lot of inflows and a little bit of outflow because of people were taking profits. People who got in last week decided to take profits because they saw what was coming, and I told you what was coming. And hopefully you take profit. You made some money. Yes, some of our trades got stopped out, but then there was another trade to get into, and boom, we were good. Looking at the Bitcoin Treasuries, we're at 18. Weren't we below 17%? Just below the 18%? Jesus. So let's take a look at what happened here. Okay, so as you can see, the comparison is huge now. We are up majorly. We're up almost 0.111, not almost, exactly 0.111%. That's huge. That's huge. 23,364 Bitcoin added across the board. Most of it was to the ETFs. I see here some public companies added 3,000. Wow, that is huge. It's a huge addition of Bitcoins since last week. And you can see that in the Treasuries growing. This is going to go over 20% and then probably go to 50% unless you stop selling it to them. Alrighty. So make sure you as an individual hold as much as you can so they can't hold it. Alrighty. Now, you can say, well, I have the ETFs. No, you don't. You have nothing. Hey, what are you talking about? Okay. Okay. You're going to learn that the hard way. Period. Right? It's just, that's the way it is, right? A lot of people are going to understand that we're no longer in the trust-based system. When trust is broken, there's a lot of examples of that. A lot of corporations and so forth and businesses. Like recently, I canceled my server subscription for a bunch of servers, and they ended up charging me 10 times as much to see if they can get away with it. This is what's going on in our world, is that trust is breaking down. Because a credit card system is a trust-based system. Any company can just pull money out of your account. That's no good. We're going to change that, right? In the coming years, that's going to end, and we're going to go to no. We're going to trust but verify, right? We're going to absolutely make sure that it works. And make sure that there's no chance that you can steal. That's the new system. That's coming. And you're going to choose this, especially when you hold an ETF, a Bitcoin ETF, and not actual Bitcoins. Because you're going to go, yeah, that was dumb. That was dumb. I've been told that so many times by Da Vinci, and I didn't listen. Oh, yeah. That's coming. That's coming, right? Our institutional trust has broken down heavily. Anyways, moving on. We can see that Bitcoin still got a little bit of a bull flag happening here as we break down below the 70K mark. There could be a chance where we're actually bounce off of the 200 period moving average. This is probably where we're going to bounce off of, most likely, is because this was the jump off point. And I bet you if we go down to a lower time frame, I bet you we'll see some sort of Wing pattern here. I thought we'd see a little bit of a Wing pattern that would indicate this would be the jump off point, and no, we don't. Interesting. No W pattern. There was a little bit of a W pattern here, but they really messed with you. It messed with you here as well. And it's here before they took off. So yeah, I won't be surprised if they do the same thing. Really should take off from here. So I'm not going to be a buyer down here. So buyer up here, down here, even though we're down, and we could bounce off of this key breakout level, right? Because this is a key breakout level. You take a look at it. Let's just put some lines here so that you can see this key breakout level clearly. There it is, right? You can see that we failed. We tried to hold it and failed, and then broke down, and then tried to break through. Nope, and nope, and nope. So yeah, this is a key level for Bitcoin. For Bitcoin to basically bounce off of, but I don't trust it. I don't trust that Bitcoin is going to bounce off of that level. So let's put it at another level right here, right about. I'm losing the mouse here. What about here? Just above the 200 period moving average. We're going to stop loss at right around the 66 level. What is that percentage? Wow, that's 4%. And we're going to take a 2-to-1 risk to reward ratio. So it would be better if we keep it within the zone. Within that zone. So right about here is where we take a stop loss. I don't think we're going to break this and break these two bottoms here. So might break this one, but not this one. So yeah, there you go. And 2-to-1 risk to reward ratio. We break in here and then bounce. Maybe we bounce at the 200 period moving average on the hourly or the 4-hour. I think the 4-hour has it. Yeah, we're right on the 4-hour 200 period moving average. Look at that bonus. Absolute bonus. So let's take a look at how that plays out over the next little while. If you want to join me at my school, right, you can do so, right? There's some. This is where real hodlers want to join and learn from what I've experienced over the since 2011. As I've seen prices go up and down, and how to hold, how to buy, how to increase your Bitcoin, and all that kind of stuff, it is worth it's worth it to join us, because we'll give you step-by-step guides, lists of checklists, and things that you can do to get your mind right. Because that's all it takes. You have to get your mind right in order to be holding Bitcoin for long term without fear. Okay, let's take a look at Ethereum broke down, And we're back. This is, well, still, we got a little bit of a bull flag here. And so the target could be the same. Oof, Jesus. This could be a 3 drives thing. So it could be, this is 1 maybe, and that's 2, and maybe a 3rd drive up. And so who knows? Let's see. This might not be, this not end well. Looking at this move, we broke above here and came up and closed above key levels on the 4-hour, but now we're failing so much. Jesus, that's the target. I think that's the best you can do is to maybe 22,272. Hate seeing that stuff like that. And look at this. This is just absolute destruction of capital here. Well, still the target of 100 to 106 still on the table here. It's just, this is not good. And once we had this, if I was looking at this chart before, once we did this candle, I should have looked at that actually, because we were coming down. This candle was a bearish situation happening, and boom, yeah, a bunch of candles. It's just absolutely nightmarish situation. Yeah, it is what it is. We've already tested the 200 period moving average. We might bounce off of that for a little bit. We have to break above the 94.55 in order for us to, or 94-ish dollars, for us to break higher with Solana. All right, guys. I hope you enjoyed today's episode, and I will be seeing you guys. You know, I might do an episode on the weekend because I want to do something freestyle or something like that. Something cool. Let's see. If I have some time, we'll see you guys on the weekend. If not, I'll see you Monday. Peace.